Dr. Parikh, and someone just asked me about where the video is that shows how to do an interlibrary loan. I couldn't find it, so I'm making one. So this person sent me, they had found this article they wanted and they couldn't access it. First thing I want to point out is that this reference chat works really, really well. I just used it for something yesterday, and I've used it before. Sometimes the person can just give me the information I need. Sometimes the person has actually set up a Zoom with me based on what I needed to do. So I just want to point out that that exists and is awesome. So the first thing I suggest, if you know the name of your article, start by using the summon chat or summon search bar. That searches everything. It's much harder to narrow things down in here, which is why we encourage you to start with PsycInfo. But it can also be a good way to do a more broad search if you're not finding what you need. But so we look here, and actually it looks like this one is available. Let's see what's happening. It could just be that the person who needed it didn't go through the right link. Or there could be something funny. Let's see what's going on. Even if there is, let me zoom out a little bit. I was super duper zoomed in for something earlier. And sometimes that doesn't show everything. So let me see. Yeah, so this one does have a PDF full text. So it's still helpful in terms of showing you how to find an article if you've kind of lost track of it, if it seems like the library is supposed to have it and you just can't get to it. But let's pretend that it wasn't available online. So those are all full text online. It might be, I wonder if it's only showing me stuff that we have online. But sometimes there will be just an option you can click right in the search to find let me come back to the library. Sometimes you can just click a thing and it'll sort of auto-populate, but if you ever do have an article you really want that isn't in our library, you can hit Interlibrary Loan here from the library's main page. Yes, that password is accurate. Good. And you can see I've used it several times. I think this one nobody had when I requested it. It was, I think, too new. But then I have others where they've done it and you only have a couple weeks to go in and get it, and then it expires just, I think, so it's not storing it forever. And then I had a book. I think I've requested more stuff. This only has, going back a little bit. So you want to click book chapter, or journal article request. You have a limit of 50, so don't go too wild here. But you would just pull in, so I'm going to go through here, and they kind of start with the information they need first, which is different from the usual, it's not the way we usually enter things. Date would be the date that it was published. This is saying published online. I don't know if it was also published. Well, and this is odd, because up here it's saying one thing, down here it looks different. So I would do the 2007. And so I might say PsycInfo search. So volume number. And the only things that are required are the title, year, and article title. ISSN, I don't know if I have that actually. Download citation. Okay. All right, so this is, okay, so it actually is from 1996, and then they put it online in 2007. All right, so it's volume 24, issue 2, so I'm getting that here. This isn't quite APA style, but it's it's dangerous because it's close enough that students might think that it's right. It is not. But it's pretty close to APA style, so it's easy for me to find things to understand what each part of this reference is because I understand APA style, which is also why why having a formal style can be so helpful. ISSN number. I don't have an ISSN number that I know of, so I'm going to say DOI is that and hope that that's helpful. Yeah, so book you typically want a loan needed before, and you want to give them as much time as possible because let's say you need it by tomorrow and the other libraries see the request and say, well, I can't process it that fast. So it is a danger to make it too soon. And I don't think people really like go slow on it. It just genuinely, if it's too early. And I usually say, thank you. And then you would put your contact information and whether you are an undergraduate or a grad student. I put that I'm a faculty. And then you would hit submit request. And usually I get them in 2 or 3 days for journal articles. Book chapters might take a little longer because they have to be scanned in. Books have to be physically mailed, so those take the longest. So usually, for example, for this class, often it would be more a book chapter that you're looking at for academic writing. Sometimes we use whole books, but often we're looking at an edited book that has a lot of chapters and pulling just one chapter. So that's how you submit that's how you first of all figure out how to find your article if you're getting locked out. So someone will tell you if our library has access to it, and it's a big party foul. It's not great to request something through Interlibrary Loan that Caldwell actually does have in its holdings. So always be careful to check that first. So always run it through Summon. And I don't have off the top of my head, I don't have, I know what I can do. I can look at my old requests and search for this one. So I'm going to do a new search. So if we go back to the library, I'll go down to Summon, do a search. Yeah, and so you can see there is no view it online. Let me see if it'll let me. No, that's just. No, I guess there is no auto-populate. Maybe I'm thinking of previous systems. So you have to put it in by hand. Which is okay. As you can see, it doesn't take very long. Oh, EISSN. Maybe that's what they were looking for. So if I had searched for it this way, I would have gotten that. All right, and that's how you get articles. Take care. Bye-bye.